Hey there, baseball fans. It's awesome to have you with us, the #1 spot for all things related to the Bronx Bombers. If you're as passionate about Yankees baseball as we are, you've come to the right place for fresh updates, game analysis, and in-depth player insights. So, without further ado, let's dive right into the action. Picture yourself on the mound at Yankee Stadium, the energy of the crowd buzzing all around you. The roar of the fans, the smell of hot dogs and popcorn in the air, and the sight of the iconic stadium that's seen so many legendary moments in baseball history. Now, you are Nestor Cortez, a pitcher known for his unpredictable delivery and ability to keep hitters guessing with his crafty pitches. You've got that confidence, you've got that swagger, and you know you're ready to take on whatever the game throws your way. But what unfolds next? Well, it's nothing short of extraordinary. Your first pitch, a fastball, comes out with heat. You expect it to be a solid start, but the batter takes one swing, and suddenly, the ball is flying over the left center field fence. You watch helplessly as the crowd erupts into cheers, and the scoreboard flickers with the first run of the game. All right, no big deal, right? It's just one home run, and you've got plenty of time to recover. So, you shake it off, reset, and throw another fastball. This time it's heading for right center field, and boom, another home run. Just like that, 2 home runs, 2 pitches, and it's starting to feel like everything's slipping away. But you stay focused, you breathe. You're not about to let this game get out of hand just yet. You step back onto the rubber and fire a cutter this time, aiming to throw off the batter's timing. The ball leaves your hand, and it's heading toward the left field corner. Once again, the crack of the bat, and before you know it, the ball is sailing over the fence for a 3rd home run. 3 pitches, 3 home runs. The stadium is buzzing with excitement, but not in the way you hoped. It's not the start you envisioned. And as you walk back to the dugout, you can't help but think about what went wrong and how you're going to dig yourself out of this hole. This incredible start sets the stage for what would become one of the most memorable games in recent Yankees history. It's a game that's not only remarkable for its sheer uniqueness, but also for the powerhouse performance shown by the Yankees lineup. Let's break it down, inning by inning, to understand exactly how this game unfolded. The Yankees wasted no time showcasing their offense. It all began in the very first inning. Paul Goldschmidt, one of the best hitters in the league, stepped up to the plate. He didn't waste a single pitch, sending the first ball he saw flying deep into the stands for a home run. The crowd went wild, and the Yankees were off to an explosive start. But the fireworks didn't stop there. Cody Bellinger, next up to bat, mirrored Goldschmidt's achievement. Another fast pitch, another monster swing, and the ball was on its way out of the park for a 2nd home run. You could feel the energy shift in the stadium. And then came Aaron Judge, arguably the most feared hitter in all of baseball. With 2 home runs already on the board, it seemed impossible to top what had already happened. But Judge wasn't done. On the 3rd pitch of the inning, he sent a rocket over the left field wall. A massive, no doubt about it, 468-foot home run that had the fans on their feet, roaring in approval. 3 straight pitches, 3 home runs. This was a historic first for Major League Baseball, a feat that had never been accomplished before, and here it was happening right in front of everyone. But the Yankees weren't finished yet. Still in the 1st inning, Austin Wells stepped up to the plate and, just like the others, didn't hesitate. He launched a solo shot into the stands, marking the first time in Yankees history that the team had hit 4 home runs in the opening frame. The scoreboard lit up, and with each passing moment, it became clear that this game was shaping up to be something truly special. For Nestor Cortez, though, the nightmare wasn't over just yet. The Brewers, despite the early onslaught from the Yankees, managed to narrow the score to 4-3 in the 2nd inning. Cortez, trying to settle down and regain his rhythm, found himself in a tough spot. With 2 outs and a full count, Anthony Volpe stepped up to the plate. Cortez fired a pitch, and Volpe made contact. The ball sailed into the stands for a 3-run home run, further extending the Yankees' lead. Cortez could only watch as the Brewers dug deeper into the deficit. His outing would come to an end in the 3rd inning after allowing a walk to the leadoff batter. The final line on Cortez's performance was a tough one to swallow. 5 home runs allowed, 5 walks, and 8 earned runs in just 2 innings. It was a tough night for the pitcher, and unfortunately, it was just one of those games that didn't go his way. But despite Cortez's struggles, the Yankees' offense continued to dominate. Aaron Judge, who had already hit a home run in the first inning, wasn't slowing down. In the third inning, with the bases loaded, Judge stepped to the plate again. He was in a prime position to make a statement, and that's exactly what he did. Judge crushed a grand slam, his 9th of his career, extending the Yankees' lead even further. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Judge was back at it again in the 4th inning. With a 2-run shot, Judge completed his incredible performance, recording his 3rd home run of the game. It was his 3rd career 3-homer game, placing him in the company of Yankees legends like Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, and Alex Rodriguez. By the end of the night, Judge had driven in 8 RBIs, a personal best, and firmly cemented his place as one of the most dominant players in the league today. As he said after the game, the goal was simple: to stay aggressive, to take advantage of the opportunities in the strike zone, and to do whatever it took to help his team win. His performance was a testament to his preparation and his ability to perform under pressure, especially in a game that had already seen so much history being made. The Yankees weren't just looking to win, they were making a statement. The team set a new franchise record with 9 home runs in a single game, surpassing the previous high of 8, which had been accomplished twice in the past. This performance placed the Yankees in an elite group, as only 2 other teams in Major League Baseball history had hit at least 9 home runs in a single game: the Toronto Blue Jays in 1987 and the Cincinnati Reds in 1999. Individually, Judge's 3 home runs in this game marked the 3rd time in his career he'd achieved that feat, joining a select group of Yankees greats. The Brewers, on the other hand, had a tough night on the mound. Their manager acknowledged the historic nature of the game, expressing confidence in Cortez's ability to bounce back. The team's pitching staff, already dealing with injuries, was forced to face one of the most potent lineups in baseball under less-than-ideal circumstances. Despite the loss, the manager remained optimistic, acknowledging that games like this were just part of the long, unpredictable journey of a baseball season. It was a game that made you think you'd seen it all, only to realize that, in the world of baseball, there's always something more to come. As the game progressed, it became clear that this was no ordinary contest. The Yankees were on fire, and every time the Brewers seemed to muster a response, the Yankees hit back even harder. This wasn't just a game, it was a statement, one that would be remembered for years to come. The Brewers, though struggling in the early innings, weren't ready to back down. They continued to fight, even though they were facing an uphill battle with the Yankees' relentless offense. Their pitching staff, under pressure and already affected by injuries, struggled to keep the game in check. For the Yankees, it was a reminder of just how deep and powerful their lineup could be. Each player seemed to feed off the energy, taking full advantage of every opportunity to put runs on the board. Whether it was a long ball or a key hit to move the runners, the Yankees' offense showed no signs of slowing down. But despite the home runs and runs on the scoreboard, it was clear that every player in that dugout was focused on one thing: winning the game. For Aaron Judge, this was a chance to showcase why he's regarded as one of the top players in the league today. His performance was nothing short of phenomenal, but what stood out was his mentality. He wasn't content with just hitting a home run. He wanted more. Judge's grand slam in the 3rd inning wasn't just another long ball. It was a message. A message to his teammates, to the fans, and to anyone who doubted his ability to deliver when it mattered most. With every swing of the bat, Judge was making history. And his focus wasn't just on the game at hand. He knew that his contributions would have a lasting impact on the team and the season as a whole. His ability to come through in big moments, to produce in high-pressure situations, was a testament to his preparation, his dedication, and his love for the game. Judge's incredible performance was mirrored by the rest of the team. The Yankees' offense was clicking on all cylinders, and it felt like no matter who stepped up to bat, they were destined to make an impact. The team's depth was on full display as players like Goldschmidt, Bellinger, and Wells each took their turns at making big contributions. It wasn't just the home runs that made this game unforgettable. It was the sense of unity and focus that the Yankees brought to the field. Every player, every at-bat, seemed to be part of a greater goal. That goal was clear: to win, to dominate, and to make a statement early in the season. The sense of urgency, the drive to succeed, was evident in every pitch thrown, every swing of the bat, and every play made on the field. As the game moved into the later innings, the Brewers were still fighting. Though the gap was wide and the Yankees had already etched their names into the record books, the Brewers didn't throw in the towel. Their resilience was on display, and even though they were battling a tough situation, they kept fighting. This kind of spirit is what makes baseball so special. It's not just about the final score. It's about the journey, the highs and lows, and the unpredictable nature of the game. The Brewers knew they had a tough road ahead, but they kept battling, knowing that anything could happen in baseball. And while the Yankees were in control of the game, the Brewers knew that if they could string together some hits and get a few breaks, they might just have a chance to make things interesting. That's the beauty of the game. It's never over until the final out is made. On the other side, the Yankees pitching staff was doing its job. Despite the struggles of Nestor Cortez, the rest of the bullpen stepped up to ensure that the lead remained intact. The bullpen came in, and while they weren't necessarily dominating, they kept the Brewers at bay. It wasn't a flawless performance, but it was a solid one. In a game like this, where the offense is putting up runs left and right, the pitching staff's job is to manage the game, to keep the opposing team from mounting a serious rally. And that's exactly what the Yankees pitchers did. They didn't need to be perfect. They just needed to make sure the Brewers didn't get any momentum. And for the most part, they succeeded. As the game neared its conclusion, it was clear that the Yankees were going to walk away with the victory. The scoreboard told the story. The offensive explosion had been more than enough to secure the win, but the way the team had played as a whole showed just how dangerous they could be this season. This wasn't just about setting records or hitting home runs. It was about coming together as a team, showing the world that the Yankees were ready to take on any challenge that came their way. From top to bottom, the Yankees lineup proved that they were more than capable of handling the pressure and performing when it mattered most. As for the Brewers, they had a tough night, but this game wasn't going to define their season. While it wasn't the result they were hoping for, there were still takeaways from this game that they could build on. They faced one of the most potent lineups in baseball under tough conditions, and despite the loss, they showed resilience. The team's manager spoke about the challenges of facing a team like the Yankees, but also emphasized the importance of moving forward. Baseball, after all, is a marathon, not a sprint. And the Brewers knew that there would be other games, other opportunities to bounce back and show what they were truly capable of. Games like these, no matter how tough, are the ones that help shape a team's character. They provide valuable lessons that can only be learned through adversity. And in the long run, these are the moments that define who a team truly is. For the Yankees, though, this was a game to savor. The way they played, the records they set, the historical significance of the game, it was all part of something bigger. It was a reminder that, in baseball, you never know what to expect. One moment, you could be facing adversity, and the next, you could be making history. This game would be remembered not only for the incredible offensive explosion, but for the way it highlighted the team's depth, resilience, and overall dominance. It set the tone for the season, sending a clear message to the rest of the league. The Yankees are here, and they're ready to make some noise. This game wasn't just a win, it was a statement. And the rest of Major League Baseball would be paying attention. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. In a surprising turn of events, rumors have begun to circulate that Torey Lovullo, the current manager of the Arizona Diamondbacks, has made disparaging remarks about the New York Yankees. While Lovullo's reputation as a calculated and level-headed leader has rarely been questioned, this sudden controversy has left fans and baseball pundits alike questioning the timing and the motivations behind these alleged comments. What was once a well-respected figure in MLB's managerial ranks is now under scrutiny for what some have called an unprovoked attack on one of the sport's most storied franchises. The buzz around Lovullo's alleged remarks started after a behind-closed-doors conversation reportedly took place at a Diamondbacks spring training event. Sources close to the matter have suggested that Lovullo expressed dissatisfaction with the Yankees' aggressive approach to roster building, particularly their reliance on high-profile signings. According to these same sources, Lovullo may have suggested that the Yankees' methods don't align with the core values of team chemistry and player development, principles he holds in high regard as the manager of the Diamondbacks. Such comments would undoubtedly ruffle feathers in the baseball world, especially considering the Yankees' historic dominance and significant financial influence. Lovullo, who guided the Diamondbacks to the 2023 World Series, is no stranger to high-pressure environments, but these allegations suggest a deeper frustration with the Yankees' dominance in MLB. The possibility that a manager of Lovullo's stature might speak ill of such a powerful organization has sent ripples through the baseball community. While some argue that Lovullo's words could have been taken out of context, others are questioning his judgment in discussing another team's operations publicly. In the past, Lovullo has always been known for his diplomatic approach to the media, often focusing on his team's strengths and avoiding controversy. The thought of him stepping out of character, even in private settings, raises questions about whether there's more beneath the surface. As the rumor mill churns, the baseball world waits to see if Lovullo will address these allegations publicly. The tension between managers and organizations is hardly new in the competitive landscape of Major League Baseball. But this unexpected episode has ignited a conversation about the limits of professional conduct and the fine line between expressing personal opinions and maintaining public diplomacy. One thing is for sure, this scandal, real or not, has added another layer of intrigue to an already unpredictable MLB season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.